Sagittarius, good day. You could be from Australia. It could be called Timmy Mallet or Tim. How you doing? Or Tina. Anybody who's got, you got a core Tina. Could be dealing with a Life Path 7 or a Cancerian. Don't forget, Sagittarius, you can watch this as a Life Path 5, Sagittarius or Taurus. And I am going to be doing Sagittarius and Aquarius. The timestamps will be below for the Aquarian reading that comes after Sagittarian. But I read in numerology. So Sagittarius, Taurus, Life Path 5. Okay, if you know what I mean. Okay, but I'm hearing core, Tina, something to do around a car, needing it fixing, servicing, or you are just dealing with a Life Path 7 or a Cancerian, and you may be going out for a ride or something like that, okay? But you might need your car fixing, and Jim, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack, hopefully it's not Jim will fix it, but like someone needs to fix your car, or you're looking for someone to fix your car. Something is going, Sagittarius, either you or your partner, but something is going wrong with someone's motor, Dave, okay? Motorona's disease, what is that? Some kind of like mental illness or something. Some of you might drive children with disabilities, or you've got children with disabilities. I'm hearing Roland also, Roland Patterson. Roland Patterson was in Grange Hill. Something to do around your children, maybe at school. You might be doing with Jack Black or a third party, something to do around a Piscean, which is a 3. Witches of Eastwick. Are you watching Witches of Eastwick? Jack Nicholson. So Jack, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack, Jackie, Nicole, Nicholson, Jack Nicholson. I don't know. Unless your name is Jack Nicholson, but he died, didn't he? Jack Nicholson? I'm sure he did. Anyway, Dan, Danielle, Danny, Glover, Life Path 7. Anyway, let's get on. Ronald McDonald. Some of you might be eating burgers or going out to McDonald's quite a lot, or takeaway food. You don't have to be eating when you're there, but you might just drink coffee or something like that, and that might be where you're driving to. You might be driving Miss Daisy crazy. Someone's going crazy. I'm crazy for you. Touch me once and I know it's true. Madonna. So Maya, Myra, Mela. Anybody's got M or E? Emily, Melissa, Maria, Michael. Any M's or E's? Touch me once and you know it's true. I've never known anyone like this. It's so brand new. Okay, some of you might be dealing with someone that's brand new. Okay, so you've got an interest of someone that's new, and you're like, ooh, look at that new shiny motor, or look at that new shiny person, or I want to buy something that's brand new. You make me feel brand new. And Steve gave this to you. So something about Diana Ross, Dana, Dan. Anybody's got D in their name? D's nuts. Nuts, Hazel, Dean, hazelnuts. Some of you might be eating chocolate, or this person's a secret chocolate eater, and they're like got hazelnuts. You might even be making ice cream. I've been making my own ice cream, Sagittarius. Ice cream, we all scream for ice cream. I've got a proper ice cream maker. It's new. It's by Ninja. /Ninja. And you can make gelato and all sorts of like stuff in it, and you can make very low fat ice cream by just using like coconut milk and stuff like that. Anyway, so you might be making stuff like that, making your own ice cream, or making food and like preparing food, or buying food. You could even be buying that. What's that my girlfriend buys? I don't know, she orders it online and it all comes in a package, and it's like eating food that's like real healthy, and they send you a whole package. So send you 1 potato, 1 carrot, a load of spices, 1 piece of chicken, a piece of bread, and then they give you the list of what it is, and you're like, oh, okay, I'm going to cook that tonight, and they give you the ingredients, they give you how to cook it, and then you just cook it, basically. So you could have a lot to do around culinary skills, or like Jamie Cullen. Someone could also be drinking all at sea. My name's Lucy, or Laura, okay, or Lucifer around a Capricorn or a Gemini. Could be some sort of like addiction around food or alcohol that is also here. I'm also hearing Ali, Alison, Abigail, Amber, Heard, Life Path 5, Sagittarius, Taurus, addiction. The food or alcohol there's an addiction here. Okay, so that's channeled. Let's see what we've got coming up for you for I've actually moved my lighting, so I don't know if I'm going to be any different. Let's see. Sagittarius, next 48 hours. Okay, for Sagittarius, you got 2 cards out. 7, there's the car energy. Okay, so Jimmy, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack, Jimmy, Car. Someone could be very funny, making you piss yourself or something, or a little bit of pee just popped out. But yeah, this is someone that's like, I'm just got to pop out real quickly. I'll be back in a sec. Just give me a minute. I'll be there in a minute. Some of you don't really spend too much time with lime juice. Don't know. Squeezing a lemon, unless your name's Rob or Lemon. But it could be Ginger. What's his name? Lemon on. Fucking hell! Oh, you're out there, Mel. Oh, fucking hell! Go. Oh, ball selector. So you could be from up north. You're like, hey, you're out there, Mel. See. Oh, what's going on? Oh, look at those jubblers. Go on, look at what you could have won. Oh, Bob Olness. Bullseye. Could be dealing with a life path 5 or Sagittarius, but again, 5. Yeah, someone could be from up north and talk a bit like that. Hey, just hit jackpot. Go, what you won? Liam Gallagher, Noel Gallagher, Manchester, could be from Manchester. Hey, kid, you right there? Hey, La, you right there, La? What's going on, La? Anyway, yeah, popping in, popping out, one night stand. I'll be there in a jiffy. Just give me a jiffy and I'll be there in a sec. Some of you could be squeezing a lemon. Jif lemon? I don't know why I'm hearing that. What, is it pancake day? Is it pancake? Are you eating pancakes by any chance? Pancake, Jif lemon. Jeff, my name's Jeff, Steve. But like, yeah, just popping in, popping out, picking you up. Okay, what time do you finish work? Well, when do you finish? It's kind of like, well, when I finish work, I'll be there. But I could be called Michael Jackson. So, you know, oh, God. Anybody heard about Michael Jackson? Oh, dear. Right, anybody know the truth about Michael Jackson? Have you seen Netflix? God, dear, the things that man did. Really? And they still play his music online? They're like, I'm a Michael Jackson fan. Really? Ooh. Anyway, let's see. It's on Netflix. Some of you could be watching a lot of films on Netflix and stuff like this, like, I don't know, Throw Mama from the Train. That's it, and that's all. That's it, and that's all. That's all I've got. Steve. That's it, and that's all. That's all I can give you. Anyway, Sagittarius, what have they got coming up next 48? Oh, dear, you got the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, damn, you got some clients coming in if you're looking at Clive. Left turn, Clyde. So some of you, I don't know, you got the choice between 3 people. You got 3 children. You could be called King Tut. Or someone tuts a lot and like, oh, what's the matter now? Oh, I'm not satisfied. What's the matter? Like, what you're not satisfied about now? Well, something's wrong. And like, oh, God, here we go again. What do you have to think so negative, Jen, Julian, Justin, Jack? Some of you got an ex and you got children and they're to and from, backwards and forwards, you and your ex and the other person. Some of you could have multiple different children. You could be, I don't know, Gizmo Cacker, and you've popped out more children than Stripe here. Sorry, I don't know why I end up coming out with these sort of things, but someone here could have a lot of children here around them, and they've popped quite a few out with different people. Pops, my Pop Jolly. Why am I hearing Pop? This is why I have Pop goes to Louise, the name Louise or Lucy. Anybody's got L in their name? Ellen J. Why am I picking up loads of food references? Like Ellen, what is Ellen J? I don't know. Jelly, which is jam, right? Or Janice, Joplin, Alice in Chains. Some of you might just be right into music at this moment, or this person is like playing music, singing music. I don't know, making their own music. It's like rock. Jack Black. Something wrong with this Page of Pentacles. Your children, like if you've got kids, they're in something that they don't really want to be in. Like it's like, I don't really want to be here. Like, you know. Some of you, this is just clients that come and go and subscribe and unsubscribe. They do it a lot. I don't know why. They do it with me. They unsubscribe and then give it 2 days and they subscribe again. So, I don't know. But like subscribing, unsubscribing, clients here, clients there, leaving, coming back, that sort of stuff. Going out, texting one another, okay, planning, arranging, going out. Could be a new date, like you've arranged a date, and this is like, well, I really don't know if they're going to make it or not. And then you're kind of like, oh, I made it just in time, okay, or Justin, okay, and I made it just in time. Let's see. Sagittarius, some of you got kids with an ex-husband or a wife, and the children are just going like in and out and maybe avoiding parents. Like if you're a kid and you're just avoiding your parents, it's just kind of like, oh, they just keep avoiding me. They're always in and out the door. They never really stay around very long enough in order to talk to me anymore. Here, right? Clients, whatever you do, you can even serve up crack if you like. I really don't mind. But if you are, these are just clients. These are people that owe you money, Johnny. It's like, don't forget that you owe me some money. You had it on tick last week and you never paid me. Could be a Cancerian. They're normally up to a load of tricks here. Trixie, Matrix. Some of you could be watching the Matrix. Keanu Reeves. You could be called Keanu or Reeves. But Trixie, pulling a trick on someone. I believe someone here is serving up. This is like Dex's Midnight Runners. Now, you may or may not know of this person, but they're kind of like, oh, yeah, I'm just got to see a man about a dog, Dave. I'll be back in a bit. And they're like, where have you been? Nowhere. You're like, well, you've been nowhere? Well, you've been somewhere. Yeah, I've just been up the boozer. Like, we're just talking to a few mates here. So some of you might be going out with some friends or some mates, stuff like that, or it's just like friends, or it's like friends with benefits if you're in some sort of like, unless your name's Ben, but like Glenn also, someone from Scotland maybe. Let's see, Sagittarius, next 48 for Sagittarius. Next 48, what have we got? 7 of Wands. Oh, someone's getting a little bit ahead of themselves here. Edwina, Eddie, Edmonds. Anybody's got E in their name? I don't know. There's like texting. These are people that get together and break up over a text message. Like, will you keep sending stupid, childish text messages? Why can you not just speak to me face to face? I don't want to show my face. Well, your kids could be, because these can be children, right? Why is it that kids these days do that, or childish people, I'm sorry, but they spend majority of the time on their phone. And if you're dating one, you see them actually texting each other and you're like, why do you not just actually speak to this person instead of like texting them it? It's like, well, I don't really want to go out tonight. Why? Well, I'm busy. I'm just, like, I know I'm not picking up the phone. It's like, why won't you pick up the phone? Just pick the phone up. Right? I don't want to talk to you. What? Well, no, I just want to keep it going by text messaging. It's like, I'll sext you. Some of you might be sexting someone, like sending a picture of your Roger or Todger up in here, and you're like, well, I'll send you a picture of me Todger if you like, but that's all I can kind of do. And it's like, I want to see you knocking one out. I'm sorry, guys, if you're squeamish, then don't watch. But this is someone here that's kind of like, look, I like being watched. It's like, well, I want to watch, but I can't at the minute. I'm washing my hair. And you're like, well, yeah, but I'm like really horny at the moment, and I really want to come and see you. And you're like, well, you can't, but I can send you a picture. And you're kind of like, well, why don't we try phone sex? I mean, it's a thing. If you're like at a distance, I'm not kidding you. Everybody, do they? I don't know. But it's kind of like, I can't be with you tonight. I'm, working away. I'm washing my hair or whatever. But I can kind of, sort you out over the phone if you like. Here. So these are like either your kids or children that are kind of like doing some sort of like, or yourselves that are kind of getting into some sort of like kinky, Kylie, Casey, but kind of like, I'm looking very flammunctious tonight. All these here are also like profile pictures, like posting up my profile. You're like, God, Jesus, look at the stank on that. And you're like, yeah, but I don't want you. I just want you to watch me. And you're like, well, why did you post it then if you're trying to wind me up? And you're like, you're a prick tease, aren't you? And you're like, well, maybe, but I still don't want you. Yeah. So it's kind of like, I just like people to like post stuff up, and then people would tell me that I look really good, but I'm single and I'm on my own, and no one actually dare come near me because I'm too good looking. Sorry, but it is for some of you out there. I do see it. Not everybody, but I do see that. Okay, wondering why men sometimes feel very intimidated sometimes around women because they post up a lot of pictures of themselves, and you're like, I ain't got no chance being with her, so I'm not even going to bother. Like, it's just kind of like, well, they posted another one up of themselves, I ain't got a chance. And you're kind of like, well, leave me a comment. Right, this is like fishing for comments here. Sorry, I'm going to show you. Fishing for compliments. Fishing for, or catfishing. Could be dealing with Felix Coupler, but like fishing for compliments or catfishing, okay? Like profile pictures, text messaging, speaking but not showing one's face, doing it via a text message but not FaceTime. Okay, like sexting, texting, but Page of Pentacles in reverse, meaning no, you can't see my face. I'll text you, but I don't want to speak to you. I'll text you or I will speak to you, but I don't want you to see me. I don't want you to see what I actually look like, which is very strange if you're in some sort of like relationship, because it starts there and then it ends here. And it's kind of like, well, if you're not going to do it, then don't bother. If you're not going to speak to me, then don't bother. If you're not going to talk to me like an adult, then don't bother. If you're going to keep texting me and breaking up and having an argument, then don't bother. Because I really can't be doing with it. All you do is text and then that's it, done, you know. That's it, that's all done, finished. 7 of Wands, 2 of Wands, and it's like, now I broke up, I wonder when they're going to come back. Now I need to keep checking my phone to see if they've sent me a message. Have they? Did they see it or didn't they? Have they read it or have they not read it yet? I sent them a message. They've looked at it because I can see the double tick on it. Right, or Connett or Michael. But, like, I've seen it, okay, and I know that they've sent it, but, like, I don't know if they've actually read it or not. So have they read the message? Because I sent one. So what signal is someone giving off here? What is this 7 of Swords for Sagittarius? Oh, the King of Swords. So, well, I do my own thing. That's it, and that's all, Dave. I just go where I want. I think what I want. I do what I want, and I'll come and talk to you when I'm ready. But apart from that, I'm at work, Dave. So where are you at work? When have you got time? Whenever I finish. When's that? I don't know. Ask a 2-pump jump. When do you finish? I don't know. When a piece of string runs out, I finish whatever time I do. If I'm self-employed, I may have to work late. Okay. Well, that ain't good enough. Well, I'm sorry, but I've got other things to do. You're not the centre of attention, maybe, Leo. I know that every planet seems to, you know, evolve around you, but I'm sorry, but I don't, okay? I'm busy at the moment. I'm washing my hair, right? Yeah. So, the Knight of Cups. Why is the Knight of Cups here for Sagittarius? So, again, more pages, more clients, more people. Someone is popping them out like Gizmo Cacker up in here. I'm just telling you, whatever you do, do not spill any water on this person. Yeah, sorry, but they've popped out more children than I care to imagine here. Just saying, I'm only having a laugh, Dave, right here, but there's a lot of spying and speaking and not speaking and texting and like, bing, oh, I'll answer that probably in about an hour or two. You're like, well, I ain't got time, I'm busy. You're like, bing, bing. Oh, God, if that phone bings one more time, this could be your kids. I swear to God, your children. Like, if you've got kids, the reading isn't really about you. Because you could be single, right? And you're just dealing with your children. And you're like, oh, my God. Right, yeah. So what's the Page of Pentacles in reverse? Oh, dear, a married man. Infidelity. Oh, dear. God, something ain't going right here. It's got to be an ex with children or something. Or a one-night lust, wanderlust. Lustful thoughts of another woman's man. Yeah. So, I don't know. This is going drastically wrong here with this King of Pentacles in reverse. Losing money, losing interest. They don't seem to be paying me any attention anymore. They don't want me. Because love don't live here anymore. My man's never around. What's the Knight of Wands? It's like seeing a next-door neighbour up in here. Could be from Australia. That would be neighbours. 4 of Cups. You put your toddler away, Dave, because I don't want it. Bing! Like, will you stop messaging me? You're married. Here, I'm just telling you. It's what I'm kind of seeing. It's like, oh, you're right there, Daphne. You're like, what do you want, you pervert? You're like, oh, do you fancy, like, you know, it's like, what do you mean I'm not going to be your fancy man or the piece on the side? You're seeing someone. You got children, for God's sake. It's like, yeah, well, it ain't going too well, is it? It's like, well, it doesn't mean that you can, like, cheat on her with me. Like, it's like, why do you need to talk to me when you already got someone? And, yeah, well, it's not going very well. We've broke up. And it's like, well, we can be friends with benefits at least. And it's like, look, I don't want anything unless you're single. If you're with someone already, then I don't want to partake in it, Dave. You're like, well, you know, we can send messages to each other secretly, if you like. And you're like, not really, no, it's a little bit sleazy, isn't it? Yeah. So you got a third energy here somewhere. You got a third eye right up in here, dry. So let's see the Seven of Wands. Cuts the person straight off. Oh, dear, here we go. Here we go. Lovely jubbly. Starts getting very violent up in here now. This is what I like. Sorry, Sagittarius, I'm having a laugh. It's your life. Someone's getting very irritated. Like, just you will not, I cannot control your vocabulary. No, you can't. Speak to the snap. I don't want it. Right, it goes snap, there goes rabbity. It must be like Eminem. Okay, so it's like, I'm going to lose the plot in a minute if you don't start falling in line and doing what I say. Like, you don't rule me. I rule me. You're not the rule of the roost. You are not the center of the universe. Okay, everything might evolve around you, but it doesn't me. Okay, the answer's no. That's what I'm hearing. Sorry, guys. Two of Wands for Sagittarius, the next 48. Six of Cups, because somebody is already knocking at your door, John. Someone's knocking at your door. Someone's ringing the bell. Do me a favor and open the door. Let them in. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Now, if you are a tarot card reader and you are getting annoyed by stupid people in the comments, you always get stupid people in your comments. Me, I leave them open, but I don't read them because I get stupid people that comment stupid stuff. It's too confusing for me. I'm done with this channel, okay? Go off and find another one. You can be running from shit all day long, okay? So, yeah. You got violent people here getting really frustrated and fed up with cross-watching or, I don't know. But this is making a decision about someone's relationship or someone else's relationship, someone that is very distant. Like, it's like, you're very distant these days, aren't you? You're like, yeah, why do you never spend any time with me? Well, one, because I might be seeing someone else, not always, but why do you seem to spend little and large more time with me? Because you're very violent, because you're always shouting at me, because you're always blaming me, because you're always telling me what to do. And I don't like being told what to do. So if you're going to tell me and you're going to shout at me, then don't expect me to be with you all the time because I'm getting fed up with it, right? The trust is kind of to the point where it's like, I don't trust your mood, okay? If I'm around you quite a lot, then what I realize is that tension starts to build if I'm around you quite a lot. So I can't be around you all of the time because it's probably better when we just communicate now and again. We keep it on an even keel by not, or Keely or Kaylee or Kylie, but like just, by distance, we might be able to keep some kind of like sanity instead of like being really close on top of one another and start arguing. It's better to keep our, you stay in that room and I'll stay in this room and I'll sleep in there and you sleep in there and, we'll sleep apart, but we'll come together at the end of the day, like kind of like that. So that's what I've got for you, Sagittarius. So I'm now about to do Aquarius. If you would like your full weekly reading, I can quickly show you what goes on over there now. So I do your love life for the week. Their thoughts about this whole situation that's going on. Their thoughts about this, not yours, theirs. Their feelings about you, but they're honest, okay? What happens next within the week, their intentions towards you, and then the outcome of the whole, putting it all together, the outcome, okay? So they're the 6 questions that we get over on Patreon. They are based off a full week. They have been done this morning or yesterday, so they are out there now if you want to join Patreon, but it'll be the silver or the gold tier, okay? Any like, share, comment, subscription would really go down well if you can, because it really helps out the channel. And if you have Aquarius, Leo, or Life Path 8 in your life or in your chart, then continue to watch Aquarian reading because it's 8. Okay, so thank you very much, guys, and I'll see you on the Aquarian reading.
This is your man, Aaron B., with a word from our portal to the inner earth of fine fashion, the folks at Blake's Fine Men's Clothiers. Blake's has the puka shell necklaces that men want. And
How
you know
much
you
money
want
we
them.
talking
Buy
here?
2 or more, and Blake's will give you a free healing crystal necklace for lady love in your life.
Aquarius, how you doing? So thank you for tuning in. Obviously, if you want to rewatch it, the timestamps will be provided to you in the comment section and also in the description box below in the show all section. So don't forget, Aquarius, you can watch this as Leo, Aquarius, or if you are a Life Path 8. Okay, so let's see, Aquarius, what have you got coming up for your next 48 hours? What's going on with Aquarius? So, 5 of Wands, you could be dealing with the star sign that I literally just did. Sagittarius, Taurus, or a Life Path 5. Seems to be a lot of arguments, kind of disagreements going on. Maybe sabotaging a diet, sabotaging a relationship, feeling that I'm all up in my head. Sorry, the name Ed or Edwina or Eddie or anybody's got E or Emily, Melissa, Maria, Michael Jackson, Julian, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack. But I'm constantly and utterly feeling as if I'm aggressive for my partner, like I'm thinking negative thoughts. I'm coming across as if I'm wondering why. I mean, it could be the other person, you see, wondering why people are avoiding me so much because of the 5 of Wands, because of competitive behavior, competitive thoughts. I agree, you disagree. Because I disagree, you agree to disagree. No, because every time we do, you prove to do the same thing because people haven't changed. No one has. So again, it could be that someone has competition in a relationship, trying to fight for the attention of the other person, trying to fight for the commitment itself. Why will you not fight for me? Okay, instead of the other person, why do you not give me the respect? Or why do you not give me the attention that I require and that I want? Why do you think more about you? I, me, you, or Alchemy or Natalie. But let's see. So, conflict around work or your marriage or your commitment. So, Aquarius, what can they expect in the next 48 hours? So, a Harry Potter wand. It might be a one-night stand or a wonder or a fish called wonder or a Life Path 3 or a Piscean. But like it's kind of like trying to make up. But it might be about sex. This could also be about passion and love and sex. It could be where it's kind of like, you don't seem to touch me anymore. You don't seem to want to be around me anymore. Why can we not have sex? Why is that a problem? Well, 5 of Swords and other ones are actually my ADD card, because this is attention, okay, and competition and attention seeking in stupid ways. But it is a minor card, but it can lead to minor incidents, because if a person has ADD, their chemistry does not work. They only get this when they get this. This can only happen when it's there. When it isn't there. So it's kind of like, oh, well, you want me now, but then you didn't want me yesterday or the day before, and now time seems to have gone on and we don't seem to have any time at all where we can actually sit down and enjoy our relationship and actually consume it more with sex. But someone could be craving sex, or John, but like craving sex, and the other person's kind of like, I can't keep up. Like, I can't. And it might not be because of that. It could be because you've had that many arguments here, right? You've had that many arguments that the passion is died a little bit, because the person feels that is not the way that to get me into bed is to have an argument with me, because that does not make me feel like I want to sleep with you. Because why would I do that? Because you've annoyed me, or I'm still annoyed. If you're going to get paranoid, or you're going to accuse me, or you're going to have a go at me, then that is definitely not going to make me want to sleep with you. So it's not just because I may or may not be mentally ill. It's because you've argued with me that many times over this, that you've now actually made me feel shit that I can't perform when you want me to. And because I can't just snap my fingers and be that way, okay, I can't just automatically turn myself on for you, but you don't turn me on anymore. Why do you not turn me off? And what do I not turn you on? Do I not do anything like this? It's not to do with that, sweetheart. Okay, it's not to do with that. It's the fact that because we've argued that many times, and that we've shouted and you've tried to get my attention when it's been unwanted, when I've been at work or when I've been doing whatever it is, I'm tired, I'm exhausted. I might not feel like it. Yeah, but I'm paranoid that you might not want me anymore. Stop thinking about yourself. Yeah, but you're not giving me anything at all. It's like, well, I can't help that. I'm not a performing monkey. Okay. This is about sex. This is also about arguing about things that are like, well, I really want to play on a PlayStation. Well, I don't. I want to watch a film. I want to watch a love story. Do we have to watch that boring shit? I want to watch an action film where people are getting murdered. And you're like, I don't want to sit and watch that. Like, well, I'll be back. And you're like, nah, bruv, she threw mama from the train. Right, that's it and that's all. I'm sorry, but that's all you've got and that's it and that's all. And I can't give you any more than that, right? So I don't want to talk about it anymore, okay? So that's probably the response that someone could well get here if they start arguing with someone and say, look, that's all I've got. That's all I can give you. I can't give you any more. I'm cack-livered. I'm stony broke. I'm either tired or I've got no money to give you. I can't give you any money. You owe me it. I can't give you it. I haven't got it. Right? Now, if you come from the last reading where I said, okay, there could be someone that's taking drugs and Dex's midnight runners, okay, I think that was on Patreon. Might have been Life Path 7 or Cancerian. Okay, and one of it could have been Sagittarius. I can't remember which one I said it in now because I've done so many readings this morning. But it was to do with like, you owe me, okay? You owe me this, okay? We haven't done it for a while and you owe me. Or it's you owe me money, okay? And I've given you something on tick and because you never paid for it, I want it. Well, I can't give you what I haven't got. So then it leads to a fight because someone gives someone a loan, but then they said they were going to pay, but they didn't. So now they've got to pay this way, right? If that's to do with drugs or alcohol or anything that did, kind of is reminding me of a reading that I may have done on Patreon this morning here. Because someone was trying to run out on someone without paying, okay, or run out without, like, it's kind of like going over to see someone and then running out the door without doing something, and it's kind of like, where do you think you're going? You're like, I'm going home. And you're like, yeah, but we haven't done it for ages. And you're like, yeah, but I don't feel like it tonight. Maybe tomorrow. Can you give me a rain check? And you're like, oh, they don't ever want to be around me anymore, do they? Here, okay. Sex is a problem in a relationship. Okay, it does, because it, like, if you guys have argued quite a lot, if you've argued in a relationship, who wants to sleep with someone that's been very argumentative over it? You've got to go with the flow. You've got to feel like really loving, and you've got to let things just normally happen. And if they don't, and it's forced, because this is forcing, it's like, or the armed forces, someone that's from the armed forces or overseas. But like, okay, if it's force, okay, and you're coming up against, say, like a Scorpio or a Life Path 4, okay, or an Aries, but mainly Scorpio, you're forcing them. Okay, that's not the best way to do it, is by adding more pressure, because it adds more arguments, and then the time goes on longer. And if you argue again, then again, that's another night that we haven't done anything together. Okay, because you've argued. Stop arguing with me, and then I might naturally want to do something. But please stop arguing. Stop bickering with me, Rebecca. Okay. Or a beer. Stop drinking beer. Stop drinking alcohol. Stop getting so pissed off your nut. Okay, well, if you're not going to do anything, then I'm going to go and drink alcohol. And you're like, well, you go and get pissed, but that ain't going to help. Okay, if you start drinking, that is not going to help, is it? Yeah, well, when I'm drunk, I can say what I think. Yeah, exactly. When you're drunk, you can say things that are, like, nasty shit. So stop drinking. You know, stop thinking. Right, here. Let's see. Because Taurus, 5s, right? We deal in numerology. It's so much more important than astrology or anything, right? 5 means Taurus and Sagittarius, right? So Taurus is conditioned to believe a certain thing, that if you disagree with me, I'm going to disagree with you if I don't believe in it, because it has to be traditional. This is the way that a relationship works. This is the way that communication works. This is the way that we do things. If you disagree with that and tell me, I'm not going to like it. Okay, especially if you get someone that has 4 in their chart, right? Because you'll clash like the Titans, right? So you're telling someone, okay, and then they go to a 5, which is Sagittarian, which is fire, which means they can get very angry because you're not complying to the energy of, like, you're not complying. Okay, Johnny 5, but you're not agreeing with me, you're disagreeing with me. I'm trying to tell you this, that I want this to happen, and because it isn't, I'm now going to get angry. Sagittarian energy, 5. Okay, this is a Life Path 5. You've got your work cut out for you here, because there'll be a Sagittarius and a Taurus as a Life Path 5. Then everything else that's in their chart relating to astrology, right, in their birth chart. So let's see. Aquarius. What's coming up for Aquarius in the next 48 hours? So you get the King of Pentacles in reverse, you see. Maybe a third-party situation of someone that's already in a commitment and already married or in a relationship. Okay, this is a dirty stop out. This is the husband that got divorced or looking for divorce, but also causing a lot of arguments in their actual commitment that they're in themselves. Because this king is turning someone down or being turned down and said no. Okay, no, you're controlling. No, I'm not. I'm just saying no. I can say no if I want to. I don't have to agree with what you agree with. I can say no. I don't have to do what you say. Okay. So it might be the fact that someone got turned down and rejected here, and they don't like the fact that they've been told no here. Don't like the answer of no. I was expecting a yes, but you got a no. Okay. Now, there could be financial issues that are kind of going on here that are also causing a lot of trouble, maybe between a couple. Okay. But this is very unstable energy as the King of Pentacles. It's an unsteady ground. It's not working out. So let's see. Aquarius, what's going on with Aquarius for the next 48? Four of Swords. I'm tired. I'm drained of you keep doing it. Fives and fours. We've gone over this multiple times here. So for newcomers, you might want to listen. For oldcomers, you might have already heard me saying this. So fives and fours, they do not get on. Taurus, Scorpio, they're the opposite energy. Okay. But fives and fours are the opposite, right? Because you end up with sleepless nights, panicking and worrying and fearing. It's an energy that comes in and it just doesn't. It's like every time we're together, we argue. Every time I'm near you, argue. You might find this in a parent or a child. But like every time I'm with you and every time I'm around you, do we start doing this? And then I'm extremely tired by you keep arguing. You're hard work, Dave. Like, don't tell me that I'm hard work. Well, you are hard work, man. Because I'm tired, right? I want to go to bed. Like, it's draining the life out of me by keep having to think about all of this negative stuff that you keep thinking about, that you keep telling me about, telling me that I'm not doing something, making me feel like I'm not man enough, that I can't make up my own decisions for myself. But you can't. You need me to look after you. No, I don't. I can do it myself. No, you can't. Yes, you can. No, oh, right, okay. Just don't bother then. I'll just literally stay out your way. Oh, that's it. Go on then. You know, that's a bipolar energy there. Okay. That's where you will always find disagreements every time you're on top of one another a lot. If you're around this person quite a lot, okay, trust me, you won't want to be around each other that long before you're kind of like, oh, I need to like distance myself a little bit. And then if you find yourselves coming back together later on, after a day or two or a week or something like that, or a month or even a year, it takes that long to calm down for the energy of the magnet to stop retracting itself, to actually attract it back to one another again, to do the same energy. Okay, you've got 5 and 4. So this is where a husband or a wife maybe at the end of the day gets really tired and really, oh, hey, there you go. You've got this 7 energy coming up here. It is relating to that Cancerian energy. It's kind of like you don't want to stay around long enough in order to be around me. Why can you not stomach me being around me all the time? Because you're constantly arguing. See, 7 also runs from a 5. It runs away from conflict. It doesn't want to stay around long enough to listen. You know, why do you not stay around long enough in order to listen to me? Why do you not pay attention to me? Well, for one, I've also got ADD. It's also not paying attention deficit disorder. Okay, so I've got a lot to contend with my own mind and with my own life, let alone taking on the responsibility of yours. Yeah, but what about my need? Yeah, but my needs have to come first because I'm not 100% stable myself. So when I'm at work, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I get home, I really don't feel like this. And if you start this, then this is definitely not what I want to do here. Okay, so then it's more multiplied. Okay, well, let's not talk about this then. Let's talk about how you're not doing this. And you're like, oh, fuck, it's not helping. You're making it worse. You're not making it any better. Okay. Now, someone here might be trying to stop this person from keep coming in and up and down like yo-yo knickers here. Like, you know, you come in, you abuse me, you have sex, and then you go, and then you come, and then you go, and you just leave, and you abandon me, and you go. Okay. So abandonment issues, doesn't want to be on my own, or does want to be on my own, but giving the impression that I don't, but I do, because I'm actually pushing you out by arguing. I'm actually attracting you back in by telling you that I want something. I need more. Let's just hope you don't get a 9 of Cups. Let's see. Aquarius, what's going on with Aquarius, please, for the next 48? So you get the Queen of Cups, you see, someone that is walking away from a water sign to come back to an earth sign. So you could really have a third energy that is here. But this person also avoids their mother as well, because their mother gives them it as well. Like, if this person is like a child, right, here, and their mother does the same as the partner, or their father does the same as their partner, they got fucking nowhere to go, this person. They go here to their ex-husband or wife or to their partner. They're rejected there, and they're had to go out there. And then they leave and they come back here. And then they leave this one emotionally turmoiled and fed up and like, well, you're avoiding me now. What are you avoiding me for? It's like, well, everywhere do I fucking run? Is everyone having a go at me this way and that way, right? So, but for some of you, this might be, look, don't be foolish and throw away what you've got here. You've got something going good here. So why do you keep going off back to here when you've got someone that loves you and someone that wants you? Why do you keep running off back to this person that keeps telling you no and rejecting you and being awful to you and being horrible to you and having a go at you? Why do you keep wanting that person? This did come up in that reading on Patreon. Sorry if I'm sweating, because I'm actually sweating now. Okay, because it's very hot in the UK. As you can see, I've kind of moved my thing there, air conditioner, but it's very loud. This came up on Patreon where I was saying that this person has something going really well in their life. They've got something really good, but they keep choosing the wrong fucking person. They keep wanting to run with the wolves. I want someone that's going to treat me like shit, that's impossible to be with. I want that person. I don't want the person that's actually there for me and going to give me love and care and attention. No, I don't want that person. No, I want to run with the wolves and be devious and Devi. And I want to go with someone that I can't have, someone that challenges me, someone that's built like a brick shit house and full of muscles and tattoos. I want that one that's going to treat me like crap. That's the one I want, but I can't have them. So I'm going to have them. I'm going to keep doing this until I have them. But what about me? What about you? That scenario came up as well. So not for everybody. So why is this 5 of Wands here for Aquarius? See, page in reverse. So very childish communication. Kids that are actually doing exactly what happened in Sagittarian reading. Sorry, guys, if this is coming across harsh. It ain't my life. But again, childish communication. Arguing via a text message. Why do people do that? I'm going to finish with you over a text message, or I'm going to ignore you now. Okay, I'm going to not answer you because you didn't want to speak to me anyway. So I'm just going to go silent and just wait for you to contact me. But I'm going to think about you, and then I'm going to get annoyed if you don't message me. You're never satisfied. You are hard work. Oh, now you're blaming me for that. Oh, God. Right, trust me, when you've got bipolar energy of 5s and 4s, all of these lessons will come up daily or every other third day. You'll be like, oh my God, it's impossible, Dev. I'm trying to get you to understand what I want. It's like you don't never think like, oh, but why can you not just go with the flow? Why can't you just like, they see it the opposite way than you do. Right. Ace of Wands. The Sun. There's growth. There is potential. The Star. Aquarius. Leo. There is. Leo and Aquarian. You might both have it in your chart. Eights, Aquarians and Leos. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node. Both of you. Okay. And if both of you are, you'll both watch this reading thinking, that sounds a fucking hell of a lot like you, Daffy Duck. Well, sucking my succotash. King of Pentacles in reverse. Seven of Cups. Someone may have other options. Two of Cups. Ooh, it looks like they do. Sorry if I'm taking the piss, but it's like metaphysical connection, trying to get involved in this too. It's kind of like this person. No, I want my Two of Cups twat flame. But you've got something going. You got something going good here. Why do you want this person? Because I want what I can't have. Because I'm addicted to them. Oh, well, you keep trying that then, Dave, and I'm just going to be having good energy here. Right? I'm going to look forward to the future. You keep going back to the past. If you want to keep running back off to the past, you go back to the past and see if that works out. Because I guarantee you, Gary or Tina, it ain't going to. You go back. Okay, I'm just going to keep looking forward. You keep looking backwards. I'll keep concentrating on forward movement. You keep concentrating on the past. Going over it, running over the same old ground. Like two lost souls swimming in a fishbowl. Just keep going over the same thing, going over the past, like a scratched record, like a fucked fridge. Let's see. Four of Swords. The Moon, because you're hiding your feelings and emotions, because of the dynamics, because you're Mike and the mechanics. So because of like, this is like, what happens when it's like, hi honey, I'm home, piss off. Oh, what now? Soon as I walk through the door, arguments, you're like, oh God, I've only just got home. I just get back and then all of a sudden all this is going off. Right, here. I want out. Now you've got the Sun and the Moon here, which is father and mother, separated maybe, stepfather, stepmother energy that is also there. Ex-husband, ex-wife situation with children, the father, the mother, the children going back to the Holy Ghost of Elijah. Okay. What's the Seven of Swords? Why is the Seven of Swords here, please? 8. Oh, dear, it gets worse. Oh, dear. Leo in reverse with the 9 of Wands. Oh, what can the matter be? Someone's a dirty stop out, is trying to get away from someone that they're with to go towards also someone else's man or woman up in here. This could be next door neighbour here. Could be Australia. What's the Queen of Cups? Yeah, I don't want to work on it with you. Oh, my word. You see, this came up in another reading. And it was on Patreon. There was a good energy here and a good energy here. And I can tell you one of those star signs was Aries. It was actually the Emperor. Okay. Could be this, but you got Leo here. It's normally Leo for me. But Aries, Leo, or Sag. You got good energy there and good energy there. But you've got all of this chaos right in the middle. So what is going on, Ron? Someone that keeps, no, I don't want this good energy. No. I want the chaos. I want the drama. I want to drink and do drugs and run with the wolves and hang with the pack and run with the wrong people and go off with the wrong crowd and do things that are bad, that are going to teach me a load of valuable lessons, rather than I would stay where I'm wanted and loved. Yeah, right. So, you know, this could be you guys here, but there's a man here and there's a man in reverse here and there's a queen upright here. So it could be family involvements, ex. It can be like someone stuck in a circumstance at home, 8 of Swords at home, and they don't want to be there and they keep trying to get out of this 8 of Swords to go towards like this woman. Here I'm thinking, well, she's there. I could have sex with her, because this is a predatorial energy of like, well, I can have sex with her. She's there at any time. Okay, I want her. But then when I get home, I'm like, oh, fuck, I've got to go in here. But before I walk through the door, what happens? Oh, I've had a good old gander at this one next door here. Like, you're right, sweetheart. How you getting on? You're like, piss off, Dave. You might as well go back to your woman because she don't want you either. So I don't even want you either. You're like, well, where do I go? I don't give a shit. Yeah, but when I get here, I go through the 5 of Wands. My children are not speaking to me. I doubt they are if you're looking at me while you're stuck in that. Okay, I don't want to be with you either, but I do. But you need to leave her first for me. I'm not going to see you whilst you're seeing him or her, you need to finish that for me. No. Oh, well, don't then. Don't look my way. Right? Now, that seems to be your comedy-valued life there, Aquarian, if that is true. Okay, if it really relates with you. If not, watch your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node, or your astrology numbers. Okay? So if you would like your weekly reading where you can... Oh, dear, I had that up all the time. I do apologise. But, like, if you want these questions that are up on the screen here, then that is what you get over on Patreon. Sorry if that was cutting out some of the cards. I forgot it was there. But yeah, if you want those questions, they're on Patreon, silver or gold tier. They are based off a week. Love life for the week, thoughts and their thoughts about this whole scenario for the week, the feelings about you, okay, what happens next, whole spread week, their intentions, what their intentions are towards you, and then the outcome at the end of the week also, okay, so it extends longer than the week. So that's what you get over on the silver or the gold tier provided below. So thank you so much for any like, share, comment, subscription. Please smash that like button, Aquarius. And I'll see you guys on your next reading or over on Patreon.